Hello all my lovely cameos and welcome back to my channel. My name is Violin, and whether you take your rest day on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, today is going to be a nice little day of fun and relaxation for you. And I've got my lovely handy dandy oracle decks here, so we're going to be doing some fun pull a card, pick a card, kind of a freeform reading. Again, the unboxing videos for the Rose Oracle and the Starseed Oracle are already up on my channel, and the one for the Healing Waters Oracle will be coming this Tuesday, so stay tuned. And if you're new to this channel, this is really all for fun and tasty noises. You don't have to really take any of this seriously. But if you do feel like any of the advice or messages here are helpful, or you resonated with any of them, or even if you got just some really good tingles, then I'm happy to have worked a little bit of light in your life. It's important to unbox them during the video because of yummy tingles. And again, all these decks are made by Rebecca Campbell. You can find them on her channel. She goes over them, and also they're on for sale on her website as well. I'm gonna put those up there. And it's shuffling time. We're gonna shuffle these decks together and see what comes out. Now, as I mentioned in my Starseed Unboxing Oracle video, the Starseed Oracle has 53 cards compared to the other two decks' 44 cards. So we've got a lot of extra cosmic cards to play with. Where was I? And I'm curious to know, how did your guys' full moon go? I posted the video about it on my channel. I did a cute little reading of like, give you some crystals you might want to work with or just play with during this moon cycle. And also some affirmations, and then we did a pick a card from these decks. So yeah, go ahead and check that out if you're interested. I'm going to be doing it every month, every full moon. So yeah, and as I said in the video, I do have the Moonstruck Crystal Portal Oracle and Crystal Affirmation decks on the way, but they're not here yet. So hopefully once they get here, I can incorporate them into these Sabbath videos as well. It's always kind of fun to see like if an author makes multiple oracle decks that have like similar aesthetics, to see what it looks like when they're all shuffled together. There's one other person I know on YouTube who does that, and that is Abstraneer. And she is just a delightful ball of southern sunshine. So go check her channel out. She's got some really fun and insightful readings, but also delightful ASMR. Very inspiring. We have made ourselves a giant Rebecca deck, and some of these are somehow upside down. So that's going to be interesting. Unlike in tarot, positioning is really not important when it comes to oracle cards. Because with tarot, each of the different suits have like a different meaning and such, from what I understand. All the major and minor arcana have very specific meanings, and then if it's reversed, if it's like upside down, it means like the meaning's reversed or something like that. I'm not really into tarot as much. I find oracle cards like, I don't know, there's like more room for interpretation, I think, and a lot of them, like these ones, have messages on them that make it easy to see what exactly the messages of the cards are, so like what the meanings of the cards are. So these ones have like, you know, little keywords or phrases that make it easy for you to figure out what the meaning of the card is, which I think is really nice. But it's also like open interpretation as well. And there's also like nuance too, like just in the Rebecca decks, there are several cards that I found that have like similar themes or meanings, but I think all of them are different and have different applications because they have different nuances. And I've been going through the guidebooks and like recording videos of each of the cards, and there's like 2 shorts of those already on my channel, so I'll be doing a bunch more. But it's really interesting to see just what the differences are between each of the cards that have like similar messages. Like context is really important. Oh, we're losing some. What do we got here? Ooh, the reunion. Soul recognition, collaboration, partnership, friendship. It looks like some of you are possibly going to be, some of you are about to get into your own group. You're about to find your people, it sounds like. And I'm checking the guidebooks. The guidebooks are really helpful for like giving context to the cards, because I actually don't have like all of them memorized, but also again there's like room for interpretation. And so I feel like this one is saying you got some of you guys are again about to find your people. Like your souls are about to connect, like you're about to forge connections based on who you are as a person and what kind of things you're interested in, and you're about to like expand your friendship circle. So I think it's really fabulous. I think I know for me it can be really hard to like make connections with people in real life, and it's always gratifying when I find somebody that I feel like we're on the same wavelength. Like we like similar things, we can nerd out about similar things, we can hyperfixate on similar things. So I think that it's really valuable and awesome to find like those connections. It's part of your sacred circle almost. And then we have the sweet waters. Ooh, sensuality, romance, enjoyment, fertility, balance. So this one is about like enjoying the sweetness of life, enjoying all the little things, or maybe even big things that make life wonderful. For example, I'm actually going to be, as of now when I'm recording this, I'm going to be on my way to a concert this evening, so I'm super excited about that. And that's definitely one way of enjoying the sweet water, is getting to listen to music that I love by an artist that I love, with a person, with my family member that I'm really close to. So yeah, that's one example. I think another example is of like a small thing is just like stopping and smell the roses. And I know that's probably something that I'm probably going to say often on this channel. What can I say? I love roses. Those are my favorite flowers. Those and cherry blossoms. Why do you think I got the Rose Oracle? Yeah, just stopping and smelling the roses, or enjoying the sun on your face, or if you're the kind of person that doesn't mind getting wet, feeling the rain. And also just like enjoying good food, or yeah, good music. Again, one of my favorites. Music is something that I'm really passionate about. It's kind of my life. It's one of those things that have defined my life. And yeah. What else? Dressing up and wearing nice clothes that make you feel really fun, or like yourself, or not necessarily powerful, but yeah, maybe like dressing up in clothes that make you feel like your power is being emanated. Or what else? Something that like brings you joy. So like if you have any hobbies that really bring you joy, like I love video games. On the side, there's a couple of video games on my videos on my channel, and I'm hoping to do more actually. I know there's been a lot of spiritual content or motivational content coming out on it right now, but I do hope to do some more video game stuff and more fandom stuff in the future. So a little bit of variation to give you guys. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else. What are some other examples of like joy and pleasure that you can feel yourself in? Oh, swimming. If any of you like swimming, going and swimming in like the ocean, or maybe even just a lake, or a pool. I really enjoy swimming. I don't get to do a lot of it, which makes me sad because I really love the water. Again, why do you think I got the water oracle? I'm gonna pick this card. What does this one say? The Well Maidens. Kindness, respect, reverence, compassion. Let's see about that one. I think nowadays, and a lot of you can probably agree, hopefully most of you, the vast majority of you, can probably agree that nowadays we all need more, a little more love towards each other, towards our fellow neighbor. And when I say your fellow neighbor, or my fellow neighbor, I mean everyone. Like, not just the people that you like, or the people that you get along with, but also the people that you don't like, that you don't get along with, that maybe you sometimes hate. And I think we just need to show, I personally think we need to show like more kindness and respect towards each other, because my opinion is when you give kindness, you get kindness back. That may not be true for all people. Some people are just going to be jerks, whether you want them to or not, and that's just kind of how they've chosen to be. But I think we can all afford to show a little bit more kindness and respect towards each other, because we're all human at the end of the day, and we're all sharing this planet, and we're all family in a sense. We're all brothers and sisters and siblings and cousins and aunts and uncles and mothers and fathers and parents and grandfathers and grandmothers and grandparents, we're all united. We're all a giant family, and maybe that's not the best metaphor for you. Maybe some of you have struggle with your families. And what I want to say is, if you have any people in your life that are like, maybe not necessarily blood related, but you feel like yourself when you're with them, when you feel like you're accepted, you're loved, you're cherished, you're respected, those people are your family. I want to make this very clear. It doesn't matter what relationship you have, whether it's by blood or not, but the people that take care of you are your family. And how does this relate? Basically, like I said, we're all a giant family, and I think we should all act like one. Treat each other with respect and kindness. It's because I think we all want to be loved, and I think it's really important that we treat each other like we want to be treated. Trust the seasons. Okay, this one came up last time. A lot of transitions. Some of you are going through transformation, kind of like in a transitional period in your life. And that kind of connects with the moon reading, the full moon reading that I did, the monthly reading. And the support crystal for this moon cycle was aragonite, which has to do with embracing change and the unknown. And so I think it's really interesting that we're seeing a lot of, like, we're in a transitional phase. I think a lot of us, especially in the US, definitely feel like we're in a transitional phase right now. And so it's like we're in kind of like a fall right now, a fall or a winter phase. And we just gotta hold on and work as hard as we can to make spring come. But it's gonna be a little bumpy ride for a bit. But we gotta hold on. We gotta not let go, because I think good things are coming our way for those of us who are doing what we can to fight as hard as we can. We are getting a lot of rose and water cards today. Open. Say yes. Expand through the extremes. Trust life. It also really ties to trust the seasons. When they're talking about the extremes, they're kind of talking about like the highs and lows in life. So like those things that you celebrate and you those kinds of things that you worked for, like they're really, really, really great things. And then the lows in life are, of course, they're really painful, awful things. And I think it's really important to go through and experience all of them, even the hard stuff. And I know it sounds cliche, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I think that there's always something to be learned in any and every type of experience whatsoever. Probably you're not wanting me to say that about the hard stuff, the nasty bad stuff. And I think that if you get through on the other end of the nasty bad stuff, you are an incredibly strong person, and I applaud you for getting through that. You are stronger than you think you are, and I think you've done amazing. And you will probably have maybe some trauma or scars, and once you've gotten on the other side of those horrible experiences, then it's time for you to rest and heal yourself and take care of yourself. And I think that's also a really crucial part of growth. What was I trying to say? But a really crucial part of experiencing the extremes. I'm gonna pick a star card. We're not getting any star cards. We the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. Okay, this one is one of those that the meaning isn't as obvious to me. A lot of these are very straightforward. Like some of the ones that I just read just now, very straightforward. And you could see how I was like, oh yeah, blah 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 blah, without having to consult the guidebook. And then there's others that are like, question mark? But, ooh. Oh, this is a good one. So birth is a portal, deep love, mother's milk. So this is one about being embraced by, being embraced kind of like by the divine love, letting yourself be nurtured and cared for. So kind of that almost ties into what I was just talking about. It's like after you've gone through those lows in life, let yourself be nurtured and nourished. Even if you can, even if you're going through whatever it is that you're going through in life, if you can find that security and that nourishment, do it, take it. I think it's very vital to us as people to let ourselves be cared for. And it's really an important part of our growth and our maintenance. I don't want to say maintenance because it makes us sound like things instead of people. Our care, our self-care. Self-care is really very crucial to our continued existence, really, I feel like. And I hope that this video and this channel can serve as a form of self-care to all of you lovely lights out there in the world. Just remember, you are a light in this world. You are a sparkling star in this universe of human souls, and you're beautiful, you're wonderful, you're unique, and you are loved. I always think it's very important to remember that. We're getting a lot of like transitional cards. This one is the rainbow. It's sweet relief, new beginnings, a new way forward. So it looks like we're in a transitional phase. But I think for some of you, there's a time coming up where that restorative period is on its way for you. It looks like you're getting closer to that period of respite. Or maybe you're kind of stuck in something. You're trying to figure out where it is you want to go next, or maybe you feel like you're at a dead end, and there's no way out. And this card is saying, there's a path and it's opening up to you. Like maybe you've had a door close, but a window has now opened and it's letting in light, and fresh air maybe, and maybe you can make something of this little rest period that is coming up your way. Maybe you just need that time to recharge and kind of like take your time and rest, and maybe after that door will open back up. Who knows? You never know. It could always be just a little bit different. There is a trio of star cards in here somewhere, and I'm gonna find it because I shuffled. There was one on top, and then I shuffled two on top of that. It feels like a very interesting coincidence. Where art thou? Maybe it was further back. I swear there were like 3 of them, and it wasn't even intentional. It's like, oh, okay. I think it was further back. Ah, it's gonna drive me nuts if I can't find them. Oh wait, I found them. Maybe I'm gonna pick the middle card. Or maybe I'm just gonna pick all 3. Cosmic Heart. Okay, so I pulled this one on the on the monthly reading. So it's come up again, and I find that very amusing. It's like, some of you are really, really feeling this, maybe not urge, but maybe this nudge to commit yourselves to making your life an act of worship. Pink Dolphin! Ooh. That kind of goes with where is the Sweet Waters. Fun and joy. But the Pink Dolphin is kind of more like celebration, whereas the Sweet Waters is just embracing like the simple joys in life. Some of you, it looks like you have cause for celebration coming up soon, which is really awesome. I'm excited for you. Maybe you've got a promotion, which is great. Maybe you are welcoming a new life into your life, whether it be human or a pet or something like that. Maybe you are seeing success in like maybe your hobby or something like that. Maybe you're an artist and you're starting to finally see, or maybe not finally, but you're starting to see your, whatever it is, your business, commissions, whatever it is you're doing, take off and start to succeed. So congratulations. That is delightful, and I'm really happy for you. That's amazing. We always got to celebrate the joys in life. Some of us feel like we might not have very many, and I think it's really important to just, even if it's just a small tiny thing, like maybe you got a raise, which maybe isn't actually that small of a thing, but maybe you got a raise, or your payday came, or maybe you got like a little treat that you've been wanting for a long time. Cause for celebration. I think that's awesome. Activated Earth. Trust where you're led. That kind of goes with trust with the seasons. Almost. A lot of these are having like very similar themes. This is what I really enjoy about like shuffling all these together and seeing what comes out of it, because it feels like you get some really, really interesting connections, synchronicities, or something like that. Really entertaining. Yeah, Activated Earth. So this one is more like trust where you're being led, kind of trust your intuition if you're feeling like you're being led maybe in a physical place or something like that. Maybe you're... I have to consult the guidebook on this one. This one I recorded a short about this, actually. And also all of my shorts for these cards can be found on my Crystal Instagram, so check that one out. It's violin.cameo. I think it's violin.cameos. I could be remembering wrong, but yeah, on my Instagram I've been posting the card shorts for these guys as well. You'll probably get early access to them, most of them, because I've been recording them on Instagram and then uploading them here. Editors, video editors, what can you do when they have free trials and very limited numbers of free trial projects, you know? But yeah, I literally just did a video on this one and I read about it. Oh, okay. This one is, so this one's kind of like, also, so it's not just being like trust where you're led, but it's also like acknowledging and honoring, kind of the people who've gone before you. Maybe you're feeling like you're being inspired by, certain people, maybe certain ancestors. I guess ancestry keeps coming up. It came up in Ethan Lazarini's monthly reading, which I find was very interesting because it looks like we had the grandmothers. I think. Dang, I can't even remember. Yeah, we had the grandmothers. This past monthly reading, and now we have activated Earth. So interesting. A lot of learning from the past. I'm seeing. It's a very, very, very loud message. We have made mistakes in the past. We need to learn from them to avoid the same mistakes in the present. I feel like we're not very good at doing that sometimes, but maybe that's why it needs to be said very loudly and clearly. And then big picture thinking. This one is, some of you are being inspired. Some of you have got like some really awesome ideas that maybe you want to follow through on. Maybe you just feel like you're inspired, you've got ideas and you're not really sure how to go through with them, but you can see the big picture. Maybe you can see like the end goal of what it will look like. I know I'm kind of more of a detail-oriented person, so when I'm going through something, I'm like, this has to be like this, and that has to be like that. And maybe I don't always like focus on the big picture, but maybe when I step back and look at it, it's like, oh, that doesn't look so bad. I know I've noticed this when I'm drawing, that I can see like all the little mistakes and whatnot. And I'm like, it has to be just like this, and it really bothers me when I can't draw a perfectly not shaky line. But then I step back and look at the artwork, and it's like, oh, that looks really good, actually. Yes, I can see the little inconsistencies and whatnot, but actually it looks really cool. So maybe some of you are like that. Maybe you're like an artist that you can step back and see the big picture. Oh, this one is also kind of about leadership. So maybe some of you, your projects are more of like taking charge, taking the reins, and forging ahead on something like that, and this card is encouraging you to chase that. And maybe you're like afraid of whether it will fail, and it's really important to remember that a lot of us who are artists can get nervous or scared, or we're like, I don't know if this will have the impact that I want it to. And you just gotta keep going. Like, I wasn't entirely sure. Maybe I'm trying to think of like one really good example that I've had recently. Like, I wasn't entirely sure how well this more spiritual videos would do, and I'm like, you know what, I just gotta not care about whether it'll make numbers or anything like that. I've never really been one to like care so much about, I guess, the reach of my social media stuff. If anything blows up, then I'm like kind of shocked. I'm like, whoa, how is this really popular? How did they get, thank you guys, but also like, what happened? I guess I was cooking. But yeah, I think that it's totally okay to be afraid and still like put out your work. I know that there are a lot of reasons that you might be hesitant to do so, And I'm here to say the world needs more art. The world needs more thought-provoking pieces and more appreciation of the human spirit, and that's kind of what art is. So absolutely put that forward. Your art, I think, will help make up part of the tapestry that is life, that so many other artists like myself and my friends are working on. So I think that's really awesome. Okay, so I found the actual trio of star cards when I was unshuffling these, and I thought you guys might want to be interested. I want to take a look at them. We've got Surrender to the Sweetness, which goes with, where was it, in the rose cards. There's another sweetness one. Maybe it was the waters. Oh, it was a waters card. It was the Sweet Waters. That's not what it was. Surrender to the Sweetness and Sweet Waters. So, really, really, really hammering in the message to like really enjoy yourself and enjoy life, which I think is really awesome, and more of us should do that. And then we've got Star Family, which really goes in with that. I think it was a rose card that I pulled it. It wasn't. Oh. It was the reunion. So it really goes with a reunion, again, relying on, this one is more about, like, finding your people, and then this one is about, like, being supported by your people. So, again, making sure that you're in that community of, maybe not necessarily like-minded people, but people that feel like your soul's family, that will love and support you and appreciate you for who you are. And then really important to rely on them for support in whatever it is that you are doing. And I think that's something really special and necessary to have. And then we've got Baby Steps, which that went with another card in here that we picked as well. Might have been a water card. Oh, maybe Big Picture Thinking. This one is more like you're being led to do something, but you're not really sure how it's going to turn out. And I think that kind of resonated with the messages that we were seeing in here. Kind of like, especially with like big picture thinking and activated earth. Really good maybe trio of cards that this goes with. But just like you're feeling like you're led to do something, maybe you've got like big ideas or whatnot, and you're wanting to follow through, but you're not really sure where it's going to take you. And maybe you're like concerned that it's not going to pan out, and just having the courage to do that anyway. So yeah, again, a lot of awesome themes that we're seeing in these, and I think this is what makes it just so much fun. And I'm looking at the time, and I think that's all that we have for today. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I don't know if I got enough of the ASMR aspect to it. I'm trying. I'm learning a lot of stuff as I'm going through this and making these videos. But yeah, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave a comment or a like or subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Stay sparkling, cameos.